Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be showing how to make this dish called pizzzocheri. Pizzzocheri is one of the traditional food of North Italy. I'm going to be leaving all the ingredients at the description for you guys, okay? So this is the kind of pasta that is used for pizzzocheri, and that is my potatoes, and this is cheese. You're going to be needing some parmigiano as well, which is parmesan, some salt, butter, garlic, and this is called verze in Italian. It's kind of cabbage, okay? I'm going to translate the English version of it, okay? And that is black pepper, which is optional, guys. So these are the ingredients I'm going to be using. The first thing I'm going to do now, I've already cleaned the verze, so now I'm going to cut them a little bit, not tiny, just a big chunk, in a big chunk. I don't know if that makes sense. So I'm just going to break it like that, as you can see right now. So I'm done cutting that cabbage. This is called cabbage because there are different type of cabbage, but in Italy this is called verza, okay, this type. So here is my water for the pasta, and over there is the casserole that I'm going to be using for the mixture. You need to keep that hot. Any pan you want to use for the pasta, after they are done cooking, you need to keep it hot. So I place that over hot water. So I added salt into the water for the pasta. Now I added potatoes as well. Stir them and allow the potato to cook for 2 minutes before adding the verze, which is what is it called again? Cabbage in English, but this is a different kind of cabbage, okay? So after adding the verze, which is cabbage, stir everything and allow them to stay for 3 minutes, like to cook for 3 minutes. So while that is cooking, I'm going to start preparing the butter. The garlic I'm using is with the back, okay? So I'm going to throw it into the pan and add the butter that I'm using. So I'm going to put the heat on and put them at the lowest, like the lowest. You don't want to cook this butter. You need to allow the butter to melt by itself. So this is past 3 minutes. I'm adding the pasta. You can actually make the fresh pasta at home, but hello, I don't have that time with kids. So this is commercial one. The commercial one says to be cooked for 12 minutes, but I cooked them for more than that because after 12 minutes the pasta was still strong. I didn't like the texture. I needed to get a little bit crunchy, but like Italian called dente, but a little bit soft and dente, something like that, okay? So this is why I cooked them for about 15 minutes. So guys, as you can see over the heat, the butter have melted, but still allow them to stay more time over the heat because they need to change to that caramel kind of color, still over the low heat, okay? So moving over to the pasta is cooked, and the potato and the verza, which is cabbage. So now I need to start draining the pasta out of the water using this spoon. You can just drain everything at once, okay? But this is another step, guys. You need to be very careful when doing this one. As you can see, I added the first batch of pasta mixture at the pan, and the pan is hot. Make sure you're using hot casserole to do this, okay, for a better result, because the first time my husband tried this, we made a disaster, okay? So just follow my step. Add the pasta. After the pasta, you add the cheese. It's just like doing a layer of this pasta, like you are making lasagna. You know, when you make lasagna, you have to put the meat, put the cheese, put the pasta for lasagna. So that is the step to make this one as well. So guys, all the pasta are into the casserole and they are all out of the water, the cooked water. So what I'm going to do now, because you need to let that pot, like you need that casserole need to be hot. So as you can see, I placed the casserole on top of the water that the pasta was cooked with, okay, because I need that heat. So lastly, I'm adding the parmigiano, which is parmesan in English. After adding that, I'm going to cover them with the towel just for a couple of minutes, for just for a couple of minutes, because you need to melt that cheese a little. So 2 minutes is enough, 2 to 3 minutes maximum, okay. So here is the butter. That is the color you'll be needing for the butter. Look at that color. That is what you'll be targeting, okay. So the heat is turned off now. I'm going to pour the butter into the pasta. So all the butter, you are not going to be needing the garlic, okay. So you need 2 spoons to mix them like this. Just pay attention when doing this. You don't want to over mix them, okay. Just mix them well enough for them to be combined, but not too much. This pasta is eating very hot, so at this point just put your plates on the table and serve this pasta. Like I said, this is a dish from the North Italy, mountain side of North Italy, and it's so delicious. The first time we tried this food was when we took a trip to the mountain. So yes guys, I hope you give it a try. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.